Hello and welcome back to episode 2 here at FBS HQ. I just want to say thanks to everyone who watched last week's video. I didn't expect it to go as well as it did, but it's definitely gave me the motivation to make the videos more consistent and make them as best as I can. Coming up in this week's video, we've got a lot of running around to do at the start of the week. We're starting off as we left off last week. We're going to take the Mark IV to the scrapyard now, get that weighed in. Tomorrow we've got to go and pick up the spares crate so we can have a clear out with the spares, because at the moment they're all across the unit, so it's taking up a lot of space. I'm away over the weekend with Harry, so we might do a little segment of sitting down talking some rubbish. We've also got to make a start on stripping the Mark V, try and get that as far along as we can so that's ready to then start being built once the Mark IV's dead. And we'll also take a trip to FABRICATIONS. Kyle, who does a lot of my welding, so he can adjust my column ready for Ipswich in 2 weeks' time. I hope you enjoy the video. Let's roll the titles. So that's the Mark IV Astra, dropped at the scrap, over at Tender and Recycling. If you're wondering how much a scrap car like that gets you, it's a total of £46. Which, before I had a conversation with Josh, I was going to treat myself to about 10 litres of diesel. But Josh had a Mark IV Astra in and said that we'll do a deal on it. So I'm picking that up hopefully next week. So that'll be another car to add to the stockpile. And to be fair, the Mark IV should come in handy. My sister's got her prom in July, and I'm building a new setup which I was going to use for her prom car as well. So what we'll probably do now is use that Mark IV that we're picking up next week for her prom car and get that painted and signed up nicely. So it's Friday morning, we're back in the yard. And as you can see, it is organised chaos in here. There's literal stuff everywhere. And part of the plan this week is to start clearing everything out and making a bit more space, especially now the racing season's in full swing. Because at the minute, we've got spares halfway across the unit, which is taking up space. We've got rubbish out the back, which again is taking up space, and just cars dotted around everywhere. But we have had some news this week, and we have now got somewhere to start storing some extra bits. So if we just take a little walk down, next door to our unit there is an outbuilding, which, after a conversation with the person I rent my yard off, I found out that it is actually used for nothing. So I have asked if we can start storing cars, if we can clear it all out, and start storing some shells and spares in here, and he's gave us the all clear. So we're going to have to get this all cleared out, and then we've got no excuse to start stocking up on a lot of cars now. So hopefully we'll be able to race a bit more. So yeah, we're going to try and make a start this week on clearing some of this out in here and make a clear out in the other unit, and hopefully by the end of the month we'll have 2 places next to each other and it will turn into a fully functioning yard. But this is all going to have to be on hold for today, as I've got to now go and pick up a spares crate in Bury St Edmunds, which is about 45 minutes away, so we're going to quickly go and do that now, and we might make a start on this next week. So that's the spares box all picked up. It was about an hour and a half round trip to go and get it, but it should clear up a lot of space. I've needed one for a little while. I've got a lot of spares that are just all over the place in the yard, so that should definitely help out. The box is actually a little bit bigger than I thought it was, so I think I'm actually going to get a lot more in than what was originally planned. But for now it's just going to be put to one side until we can get the second barn cleared out, because I think that's where it's going to go, so we've got a bit more space in the unit where we're building the cars. But it was definitely something very much needed. So this is our new weapon of choice. It's a Mark V Astra 5-door, which is probably what I'm going to use for Speed Weekend Teams, which is a team meeting. They're probably the best all-round car to use, so that's what we'll probably use it for. And it's also my uncle's old road car as well, so a little local one to pick up. So that's the Mark 5 all unloaded. We've now loaded up the Mark 4, which we're now going to go and get the column adjusted at KM Fabrications, and you guys are all going to meet Kyle.
Where did I... What bit's my bit from last time? That's here, innit? That's my sleeve there.
It probably just needs coming down a tiny bit. It's just basically, obviously, there's no room there now to see through. And I used to look through, but now I can't. So I need... The only other option was to either take that off or move it up as well. I'll probably still do that, depending on how much I can see, but... I mean, if this comes down a lot or goes in a lot, so I can see more, I'll probably leave that as it is. But stupid rules.
There's a lot of dicking about, isn't it?
We're adults. We should be allowed to make our own choices.
Well, we're already a couple of months into the season, aren't we? So, and they want to start springing rules and stuff on us. I had a bit of pipe the other day. I don't know where I put it. Have a look. Then we'll cut another bit off. Basically just trial and error it. Until you feel happy with it. Do you know what this is? We're entering the engine mount game.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm not enjoying it. I'm about 16 hours into it. Can't be asked. I'll get the plate and I went, well, that's in the way, that's in the way, that's in the way.
And then?
Yeah, no.
Just think, if you have to start doing it for people, you've got to do that every single time. I suppose once you've got them mapped out, it's rinse and repeat.
I've got enough to make 10, but I want to keep one in bits to template off of because I'm a late.
I mean,
yeah. Oh, your battery's connected, isn't it?
Is it?
Oh, I don't know. I know you ain't taking it off, Mush.
I didn't know if you had taken it off.
Nah, well, I'm going to have to now because you're sat in the seat, mate.
Yeah, I'm the driver, mate.
Take.
Well,
it's KM fabs, KM battery removals.
Yeah. May as well add it onto your list, pal.
I want to buy all your scrap batteries for £4. What size are your terminals? You don't know, do you?
13?
Yeah. You just give us a lift into town, please, mate.
Yeah, mate. Where you want to go?
I don't know what it's called now. It's not attic no more, is it?
Vanilla Unicorn.
Slug and lettuce.
Slug and luteus.
There's plenty of slugs in there.
Kill.
Oof. I like your GoPro mount.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. Do you want a special? I've got you a task. Do you want to build me a GoPro mount for? I don't know where I'm going to put it.
For a GoPro, I reckon.
Well, yeah, but like I don't know really where I'm going to mount it. Kind of needs to be welded from like, I don't really know. Or in there.
Yeah, do a side bracket off the side of it.
Obviously don't need to be now. Obviously probably not now. But I need something I need to clamp it to as well, but
Should have got a gun. Why are they so long?
oh yeah. Sorry about that, mate.
Taking it personally now. What sort of fixing has that case got on it?
Nothing, really.
It's got no screw holes or nothing.
Not really. The only other thing I think is if you can somehow make a mount for it, but it's all plastic, isn't it? So it's...
Well, yeah, I'd have to make something like something to enclose around it. It's just going to be awkward. Not to cover your lens. You know what I mean?
Well, the lens only up in that corner, and then there's a button there, and then there's a button that side. Actually, no, I don't even need to use that button. It's only that top button I need to use, and then obviously the lens is up in that corner.
What's under there? Just a bit of plastic shit.
Yeah.
Mint.
Can't have gone far.
Hold on a minute.
What?
307. That's not your number.
It is not my battery.
That's stolen property, mate.
That is a borrowed.
Oh, it's a loaner.
It's a loaner, yeah.
Right. Here at KM Battery Removals. Well, I'm not going to wear my welding gloves because one of those is covering up your battery.
All right.
I'm not going to wear my welder mask because it's over there.
So you might end up welding my leg.
No, don't be silly. I could do if you want content. Oh, you could do a whole. I spent a night in A&E challenge, overnight challenge.
Yeah.
Why have I got snips? Oh, they're down there. My friend welded my leg. Imagine the reviews on that.
Yeah,
What I'll do is I'll get it tacked up and then
I can jump out.
maybe you're just sitting there for vibes.
For content.
You're not in your shorts though, so.
No, not today. I come prepared.
What I'm going to do is turn the weld up a little bit more then. I'll burn through your trackies.
Yeah, there ain't going to be any pigeons in here tonight.
They're coming. It's mating season.
You guide me. Guide me in.
Ah! Oh, your wheels are straight, so you might want to put your wheels straight to match your wheels.
This is straight, isn't it? Will?
Yeah. Righto, mate.
Is this where you want me?
Yeah. You'll feel happy with that as long as we're flush at the bottom. Tilt up a little bit. Yeah.
Bright lights.
We'll do it in 3. Fuck off. That is a gap and a half.
A few moments later.
Perfect.
So that's us back from Kyle's. All the welding work we needed to do and the adjustments are all done. It didn't take too much, to be fair. We obviously took the column off, packed it out with washers to lower it slightly, cut it down and re-welded it. So now I can actually see over the steering wheel and the centre cover is no longer blocking my view. If you need any welding or fabrication work, drop Kyle a message on his Facebook page, or if you need to go to him for any welding on your cars, you can always go actually to his unit, which is based in Colchester. You're always guaranteed a bit of a laugh when you go down there, mainly due to the fact he owns a few extra chromosomes to the average person. But like I say, if you need anything done, drop him a message on Facebook and he'll definitely sort you out. So we're back again with Harry. We have swapped the workshop for a nice lodge getaway.
Obviously, the first video's gone down an absolute treat. The money is rolled in, splashing it on everything but bangers.
So we thought we would have a quick 5-minute sit down and talk about the plans of what we've got planned for the rest of the season. We have got quite a busy schedule coming up between now and July. We've got Hendersford Gold Rush, Ipswich World Qualifier, Mildenhall Gold Rush. I've also got my sister's prom to fit in between all of that, and then Speed Weekend teams. And hopefully Harry will actually be joining us between now and then.
Yes. Just got to find a car. Astra or Focus.
Yes.
Build one, buy one. Don't know. It's a bit of a minefield.
Yeah. Well, like I say, with the Astras, I race them and we've got the spares, so that will help you out. But
the thing is with a Focus, it's so much easier as in to build when you don't have loads of time on your hands, and they're generally cheaper. There's pros and cons for an Astra or a Focus. So, don't know, I might just have to rub your bits.
So the next meeting is obviously Ipswich in 2 weeks, which over the past few weeks you'd have seen us do the work to get the car ready for. The only thing you haven't seen us do is sort through the spares. We've got a mountain of spares and I don't know what's what. They've got 5-stud, 4-stud, Mark 4, Mark 5 Astra spares, so we need a good clear out.
Yeah, because it's not all the same. Like, obviously, most of you will know who race, but for the people that don't, the Mark 4s and the Mark 5s, the suspension struts on the front, the actual top mount, they're different on the Mark 5. The newer ones, you've got like a little plastic clip, whereas with the older ones, you've just got basically a big washer and a nut that holds it in. Obviously, you can make them universal by changing top mounts and stuff, and then obviously, you've got 5-stud hubs, 4-stud hubs, 5-stud axles, 4-stud axles, haven't you? So you obviously you've got to take the right ones with you, because obviously your wheels you're running, you obviously don't carry around.
It's even things like the wheels. I've got 4-stud wheels. Like the car I'm racing now is 5-stud, but my last car I raced was 4-stud.
Yeah, so obviously you've got built up wheels.
Even them things as well.
The bottom arms as well, they're sided, aren't they? Left and right, so you can make them universal for both. But obviously at the minute,
I think I've got about 20 plus driver's side and probably about 2 passenger side.
Yeah, gone through a lot of the passenger ones, but obviously you can swap them over. So with the ball joints on the end, you can just basically cut them off, not cut them off, but cut the rivets or drill them out, and then flip the ball joint round and bolt it back through. So obviously it then makes them universal. But obviously with the shafts, stuff like that, even them, some of them are different. Some of them have got more splines, so they're thicker, won't go in the box. So you've got to make sure the right ones are them. But generally, your passenger side ones are short, your driver side ones are long, aren't they? Yeah. So you've got to make sure that you've...
And I did buy some more the other week because I had run short after going through 3 of them at Ipswich at the last meeting. So we
Yeah.
should have a few that will last us more than maybe 2 meetings now.
Yeah.
The way I'm going through them.
The thing is as well, with the ones you've broken, you can change the CV joints. Like the ones that hadn't actually snapped the shaft and done the CV joints, you can.
Yeah.
The ones you've got snapped shafts but good CV joints, you can make good off bad in a way. But so for the people that probably don't know why we've said about Astras and Focuses, they're just the general car to have at the minute. Obviously Civics are still around, but people don't really tend to use them as much, do they?
No, they're a lot more difficult now to come by. The sport obviously always moves on, and Astras and Focuses are definitely the car to have. More so probably Astras now, but Focuses are still a good car to have.
And obviously with the Focuses as well, people are now starting to use the Volvos as well.
Yeah, the Volvos have come in.
But sticking with the Focuses and the Astras, at least you know, and people have got spares and they've done it.
Yeah.
And obviously with the Astras, you're on, you run carbs, Weber carbs normally, which then requires an intake manifold, and they're just generally more work. Then you have to get the carbs set up on the rolling roads to get obviously the air and fuel right. Whereas with the Focuses, they're all in injection ECU, like a standard road car, but obviously the ECU's cut down in it, the loom.
Yeah.
So it doesn't actually, it's plug and play basically. You don't have to get the carb set up at all, because obviously you're not running the carb. It's literally ECU, loom, plug it all into the engine, and it's generally reliable with a Focus, unless obviously your ECU or your loom plays up. So yeah, it'd probably be a Focus, I'd imagine, just
for practicality, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, I'm not going to race loads. It won't be every meeting. It won't be chasing points. It'll just be the odd Ipswich meeting to blow Reese up, probably.
Yeah. I'll turn around on you, mate. I'll send you to the bar. No problem.
As
and
quoted.
then you can fix both cars.
Yeah, and then as quoted on the next YouTube, took a trip to the bar.
I'll just focus on the recording. You can just...
You can't do that very well.
You can hobble out the car once I followed you in, fix both cars, and then I'll see you in EP2 for another go.
I just won't fix yours, and then you just see you in the pits when I come back.
So I just thought we would have a little sit down and check in about future plans, as we had a few spare minutes while we were away. Back in the workshop again tomorrow and Tuesday, so we'll see you in the workshop.
Anyone's got any bangers for sale, drop them in the comments.
So we're here stripping the Mark V. The plans have slightly changed. The original plan was I was going to spend most of the day down here and getting this all done. We're going to try and get as much done as we can, but I have got a call this afternoon. Basically, I can't say too much yet because it's still very early doors, but I'd reached out to some big UK YouTubers, and this morning I got an email back and they seemed pretty happy with what I put forward to them. So hopefully down the line, not sure when, I've got to obviously call them this evening or this afternoon, there'll be a video coming out with said YouTubers. I've just got to go over all the details and things before anything gets announced. But yeah, that just means we've had to cut this short a little bit today. So we might not get as much done as I wanted to get done, but we're going to try and get as much smashed out as we can with the few, well, probably hour and a bit I've got. So, as you can see, we're actually getting somewhere with it. For those that race bangers, I don't know if it's the same for everyone else, but this is by far the worst job when it comes to racing bangers. It makes a serious mess. It's just one of them real horrible jobs. You're happy once you're finished. But like I say, the way I do it, I always start from the back and make my way forward, because the dashboard's probably the worst bit. Finding all the bolts for that. But this is actually my first ever 3-door Mark V that I've stripped. I've never actually raced one. And they actually do semi-fall apart quite well. You'll find it's just a lot of switching between your tools, whether it be your gun, your grinder, your drill, to get everything stripped out. But like I say, there's some people out there that can get them done extremely quick. I'm not half as quick as some of them people because I just haven't done that many cars. Obviously, for the start of when I first started racing, I did a lot of back to basic rentals, and it's only probably been the last year and a half where I've actually started pretty much doing all my own stuff. But the more you do it, the quicker you get, the more you remember where every hidden bolt is, and the more you crack on. But the main thing, just get all the main parts out, of like the main big parts, seats and everything. Get them out of the way first, and then obviously work your way around the sides, the plastics and things like that. A lot of it you're just using your strength, just ripping it apart. And then once you've got it pretty empty, which we're halfway probably on the inside there, just go over the little bits at the end, any little bits of plastic that you've missed. But yeah, we're slowly getting there, and I'm just going to crack on. So that's as much as we could probably get done, as I've now got to shoot off. It was a bit of a short visit, but anything you can get done helps along the way. We'll get this fully stripped at the start of next week's video, but we are slowly getting there with it. Like I say, there's no rush to get it done because the Mark IV that I'm racing at the moment is still alive. The stuff out of that will be going into this, so like I say, there's no real rush. And that might do another 2-3 meetings, you never know, it might just do one, but like I say, we'll play it by here. But like I say, we'll try and get this fully done next week, and then hopefully we can actually start building it once the Mark IV's dead. But I hope you enjoyed this slow process of what goes into building a 1600 banger. So that brings us to the end of this week's video. I hope you've all enjoyed. A lot of running around this week and not actually too much actually in the workshop. Unfortunately, some weeks can be a bit like that. We obviously had quite a bit of stuff to go and pick up and do. But next week should be a bit more workshop focused. We'll get the Mark V fully stripped out. And then obviously we're leading up close to the East Anglian Championship, so we'll get the last few bits and spares done. For those of you wanting hoodies, t-shirts and all of that stuff, there'll be a link in the description to RRC Racewear. Drop me a message on there and I can get you your custom hoodies, t-shirts made. Whatever formula you race, if you want some stuff custom to you, just drop me a message. Also, while you're there, follow FBS HQ on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and also subscribe. Anyone that wants to leave a comment as well, feel free to leave a comment. I'll reply to every single comment. For those of you that have made it this far into the video, I will be doing a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. The first video, we gained over 350 subscribers. I think we're over 400 now. So when we hit the 1,000, I will give away a £100 gift voucher that can be used at RRC Racewear. The only way you can win is if you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And what I'll do is I'll do a live draw once we've hit that, and one lucky winner will be chosen. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.